I'd like to quickly share with you a story regarding a conversation that I had with a new client of mine. He's a 27-year-old young man who found me on TikTok. And it is my hope that what I share with him regarding his relationships will be a blessing to you the way it was to him and certainly the way it was to me. He's 27 years old. He said he's been dating since he was about 16 or 17. And he cannot understand why all of his relationships fail. I said, every single relationship you've been in has failed and ended bad. He said, yes. I said, what do you mean by that? He said, well, it always ends with the woman doing something to hurt him or to harm him or cause him pain. I said, okay. And I said, you've been dating since 16 or 17. He said, yes. I said, how many relationships have you been in? He said, maybe 6 or 7. I said, and every single last one of them have ended with her hurting you? He said, maybe not the first 1 or 2. I said, how did they end? He said, well, it ended with me, breaking up with them. And I said, how did that go? He said, well, I was young and, I may not have handled it the best, but, I wasn't interested in one of them. He said in another one, I was seeing a couple of people and the person that I was supposed to be serious with found out about it. And, I handled it bad. And we broke up and she was upset and I didn't really care. And that was just kind of that. So I said to him, I said, have you seen the movie Color Purple? He said, yeah. He said, my parents talk about it all the time. I said, cool. I said, now I'll be honest with you. I like the movie. I think the movie was made well, but there are parts of the movie that I'm not a big fan of. And that's for a different conversation for a different day. I said, but overall, it's an award-winning movie. I said, do you remember the end of the movie where Celie looks at Mr.? They're at the table and he's calling her all of these names because he's literally given her hell for most of her life. And she stops and she points at him like this and says, until you do right by me, everything you think about is going to fail. He started laughing and said, yes, sir, I remember that. I said, perfect. I said, I want to offer this to you. And let me offer this to you that are watching this video the same way I offered it to him. It's so funny that in this day and time, we believe in everything but reaping and sowing. People think that there are higher powers. For a lot of us, it's God or Jesus. And for others of us, it's other things. And I always find it amazing how we believe in higher powers, but we don't believe in reaping and sowing, meaning you get back what you put out. And I said to him, let me share with you a personal story. This was many years ago. I was seeing someone and entertaining somebody else at the same time. And the person that I was entertaining at the same time found out about the person that I was seeing. And I was much younger here. And it did not end well. It didn't end well. But what I never did in that situation was apologize to both people. I apologized to the person I was with, but I didn't apologize to the person that I was entertaining on the side. This is a true story. And so several years ago or several years after that, I reached out to this person on social media, sent her a message because I didn't have her contact number. And I included a mutual friend of ours. And I said, hey, such and such, I want to take this opportunity to apologize to you for the way things went down because I was completely wrong. There's no excuse for what happened. I was out of pocket. And life's too short to walk around and not own the things that we do wrong. And I know she received the message because, the little read thing shows up. And then the person that was copied, who's a mutual friend, also saw the message and, commented to me about, how special that was. And it's so funny that from that point forward, things in my life as it related to relationships in general, not just with women, but just friendships in general, turned out a lot better. He said, wow. I said, this is what I want to offer to you. It is very possible that the reason why the relationships you have attempted to be in are not working because you have never made right the wrongs of your past. Now, I want to say this caveat. If you don't believe in a higher power, if you don't believe in reaping and sowing, this video isn't for you. If you don't believe that there's a higher authority that can cause things to come back to you, good or bad, this video isn't for you. But I want to say this to you the way I said to him. I said that while you seem to be a great guy now, I believe that we oftentimes pay for the mistakes of our past in our future when we don't make those mistakes right. And I want to let this to those of you, because I have in this culture never been more just thrown off about how this culture celebrates being mean. Especially women celebrate being mean as if being mean is a badge of honor. When people talk to you, you don't respond back. When people say hello, you ignore them. When people see you in public, you turn your nose up. And even guys too, who talk about how they handle people any kind of way and forget her, she ain't nobody anyway, blah, blah, blah. I said to him, you're 27, but eventually you're going to hit what's called the wall. And the wall is that thing that you run into that reminds us all that time is undefeated. It's going to continue to pass. Until you learn how to apologize to people and admit your wrongs, you can expect your relationships, your friendships, your connections with people to either fail or have a whole lot of problems. The fact of the matter is, many of you are failing in relationships and connections with people because at the core of who you are, you're really mean as hell. You're mean. You don't apologize when you're wrong. You don't say, I'm sorry when you've offended people. You don't own your mistakes or flaws. You always have a reason or an excuse to justify why you do what you do. And I'm here to tell you, what goes around comes back around. The best thing you can do to make yourself available for meaningful, lasting relationships in the future is to manage how you disconnect from people. Yes, things are going to fall apart. You're not going to always hit it off with everybody you meet, but the most valuable thing you can do is disconnect from people the right way. Even if they do you wrong, even if you were not the one that was wrong in the situation, when you learn how to disconnect from people the right way, you are setting yourself up to reap positive things in the future. This doesn't mean that somebody may not do you wrong in the future. This doesn't mean that somebody may not handle you wrong in the future. But what it does mean is that you're not going to reap nonsense from your past into your future because you've handled your past the right way. Learn how to disconnect from people and situations the right way so that your future doesn't pay for the behaviors of your past. I hope this made sense. If it did, I want you to type church in the comments with 3 R's. And then remember, you've got 2 jobs. 1, be better today than what you were yesterday. And 2, don't forget what I told you. What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Zeb. Listen, I've been dying to make this announcement for a very long time now, and I'm pleased to say that Inspire Nation has officially launched. Yes, we finally got a Facebook and YouTube community group where we're going to have exclusive content, exclusive shorts, exclusive discussion prompts, where we're going to engage with other people literally around the world who are on the same healing journey that we're on. I need you to go find these pages right now on Facebook and YouTube. Inspire Nation, follow the page, join the group, introduce yourself, and be prepared to link up with literally thousands of people around the world who are on the same healing journey, who are looking for the same resources, and who want to also be surrounded with other like-minded individuals who are growing in the same direction as you are. I'm so excited about this because it's the beginning of some great things I can't talk about right now. Listen, you got 2 jobs. 1, be better today than what you were yesterday. And 2, don't forget what I told you.